Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will have the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
He gets a block, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Temple's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Owls are rolling down the field. Off play action. Unleashes one deep. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Power football with the run. Across the 25, he's got room. Racing down the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. On the move, it's Gage. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And good coverage there and knock it away and deny the score.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and they're still looking for our first points of the game. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He leaves it with his back. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Fakes the grab on the left.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Back to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Bott. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. He's got him. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Motion from the back. From the gun. Give on the inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll try the run. And that should be enough to give Florida Atlantic the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Finds his man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They go to the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Right back to him on the ground. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over TCU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds a tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. Touchdown! Owls! All of that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
14, Florida Atlantic, 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of... to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Zimmerman. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Got his man in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
On to kick it away.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Lincoln Financial Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Owls will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his tight end. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough for that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Handoff from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
3rd down coming up.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Temple will line up with a 1st and goal.
Get set, get set.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Owls are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Got room at the 35. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the Heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Temple lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the returner will be knocked down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. And the Owls moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really have the 32.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. We've come to the end of the period, and Temple is holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And as we start the fourth quarter, they'll try to knock three through the uprights. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It is... And that will extend their lead even further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. The give to the back. And some room to work. There he goes. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Now they'll try the right side. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. That's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Florida Atlantic, 16.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch it in the middle. It's Bond. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Makes it past the marker. Give him 96 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Temple lining up to punt it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Owls will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
The defense. revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. Leaves it with the running back. Got a little space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Owls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Owls! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th? When you need the 2-point conversion.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
4 verts can stress a defense like crazy if you can protect your quarterback. They didn't protect their quarterback. Defense got to him quick, fast, and in a hurry.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
Offense facing 4th down.
Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the 2nd overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
The Owls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Get set.
Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Temple! And they score first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it just in time. Just threw that one way too far.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. One more stop by this defense wins it. 4th and long in overtime. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack